Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a really good start. Fairly clean for the most part in terms of first game jitters. Had a couple things that we need to get cleaned up on offense, just game management type things, which will be cleaned up and will be fine. But I was proud of our O-line, letting old Jacob Eason set his feet. I thought the receivers made some plays. Aaron Fuller, awesome job today. Really proud of him. And then our defense did a great job. I think the first 3 drives, we were starting with pretty short fields, 50-plus fields, and that changes everything for us. And so I thought they did a nice job. It's hard to simulate all the tackling that goes on for real for that long. We missed a few things, and you see how it can hurt you real quickly. So we'll try to clean up some of those things, but I thought it was really good. Get out of the gate.
Coach, you mentioned Jacob setting his feet. What are your thoughts on when he wasn't able to and when he had to get on the move?
Well, we'll look at the tape on that. I mean, he's a pocket passer. He's going to stay in the pocket and set his feet. That's his game. Now he can get out of things and create and all those things, and he'll have to do that. And I think he did that one time, and then one time, I think he got hit and got knocked down, and that's good. It's been a long time since he's been hit and knocked down, and that's a little bit of playing that position. So it's good to have him feel that a little bit and come out of it clean. And this will be a great tape to watch and kind of learn from in so many different ways, not only the quarterback position.
What did Richard Newton do that impressed you?
Well, Rich has been pretty impressive since he's been here. He's a hard, tough runner. That's why he's kind of that wildcat position. He kind of showed that right away. I mean, he puts his pads down, his legs keep churning, and, he does that. And the big thing about the running back position is the vision that comes with it. And so I'm anxious to put the tape on, and I know he was pushing the pile forward a lot of times, but the thing that I'm doing here as soon as we get out of here is going and watching that tape, just because there's so much unseen that will be like, the tape's never as good as you think it is, and it's never as bad as you think it is. And I just know for the first game we had so many new guys in there at so many different positions across the board that I'm excited to watch it.
Chris, with the Wildcat in particular, like that first run for his touchdown, but I know Miles played a lot of the Wildcat last year. What did you see in Richard that maybe kind of gave you the same feeling?
Well, one thing, Rich actually played quarterback in high school, so they did a lot of quarterback runs. That was one thing that got our attention. He came off the field smiling, going, "This college football thing's kind of easy. Can I roll out and throw a pass next time?" And one thing at a time. We'll slow that down. But we just have seen him in his running style put his pads down and go forward and keep his legs going. It's just, there's not a lot of dancing around. He's kind of a straight ahead, try to, hit air pockets and run guys over. So that was kind of, that was Keith Bonefoot kind of making the call on that. And, it was good to get him some reps on that.
On the 50-yard completion, what was the thought behind the play call?
Which one was that?
The first, that big...
Aaron, to Andre? Yeah. So nice play action. He actually had 2 guys really, he really went to a second probably read on that. The other guy was pretty open as well. It was really good play action. They stepped up. He had Hunter or Andre going down the seam and threw a beautiful ball, so it was awesome to see. And I think the next time, I think he had to scramble out there a little bit. It might have made a completion on kind of this similar type thing. But it's just nice to see that deep ball going downfield, turning it over, hitting him in stride. We had another one that we just kind of missed that, he can throw it a long ways. And I know everybody gets excited, not me, when it hits the ground. But I threw that other one about 50 yards too. We just got to turn it over a little bit more. 64 yards, right. So.
Impressions of Jacob's decision-making and poise. He seemed to be on top of things right from the beginning.
Yeah, I think he was pretty good. And I think Bush did a nice job of setting the table for him. So he knew exactly what he was looking at, and all that looked really, really pretty clean. And like I said, I think our line did a nice job of giving him a chance to set his feet. So it was a good, good day one. I know the challenge, don't want to move on too fast, but the challenge is going to be a lot different next week just with how they play defense and the blitzes. But, I thought for the most part, it's kind of how we want it to. Like I said, I think it's good for him to get hit a little bit and get knocked down. And so we covered the gamut there.
You talk obviously a lot about simplifying things this offseason. Was this a simplified version of the offense, and do you think that showed up and benefited you?
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of subtleties in terms of how we call plays. I mean, it's not any one thing. There's just a lot that we've gone back and tweaked and adjusted. But I think there was a lot coming at Eastern Washington in terms of shifts and motions, different personnel groups, different tempos. So in a lot of ways, it was not simple. But I think in terms of how the offensive coaches called the game, set the game plan, I think everybody knew exactly what was going on. So that was a good start, day one.
Defensively, you guys are rotating those inside linebackers. I'm curious about MJ Tafisi, how you've seen him kind of come on.
Yeah, he's an instinctual player. He has been last year. We felt that all last year. On the scout teams, you could tell, like, even when he wasn't exactly sure what he was doing, he would make plays. He can slip blocks, and he's a really physical player. So it was awesome to get him in there and Jackson Sermon. Those guys are going to play a lot for us.
Bennington got 2 sacks in his first game as a defensive tackle. What did you see out of him after that move?
I was really pleased that we got any sacks, and I think we got 4. Barrier, he is a really hard guy to sack. I mean, we watched all that tape, and he's as good of a scrambler as we'll see. And so for us to get to him 4 times, you saw him get out of some things, and that's his game. He's really, really good at that. So for us to get him 4 times, I think, we're pretty pleased.
Does Jackson Sermon have a history as a fullback, or is that something you guys just kind of were tinkering with?
No, yeah, he doesn't. He's just a really sharp guy that, one, we thought he could learn it, the stuff that we do, and be able to not take away from his linebacking play. And so, we've been kind of developing that package for a while for him, and we'll do more as the season goes.
Chris, how do you think the defense played as a unit, gelling together as the game went on?
I thought it was good. I really did. I mean, there's a couple things. I know there's a couple things, that Eastern got us on, but there's so much offense we were looking at. We were looking at 2 different. We were looking at Eastern's offense in terms of figuring this out, and we were looking at Central Washington's offense, trying to figure this out with the new coordinator. And so there was a lot of stuff and a lot of offense coming at our guys. So I thought for the most part it was good. I thought maybe it showed up where we weren't. It's just a little bit of tackling things. If we could have tackled just a little bit cleaner, they got the one run, long run. Receiver did a great job, but we just didn't tackle well.
Was it the plan to play the 4 true freshmen on defense as much as they did?
We wanted to get them in the game. We did, but you never know how those games go. I think we were planning on, getting Puka in the first half, and I don't think he did till the second half, so you just never know how those things go. But we were planning on playing some guys.
What did you see from our receivers today?
I thought they made plays. I really did. I thought they made plays. Like I said, I thought Aaron showed up. I mean, he made some tough catch. I mean, 2 really, really good catches. And that's what we need him to do is we need to be able to position to make sure they have space to operate and go make plays. And, I thought he did a nice job with that tonight.
That 12 o'clock game, I know you like those early games. You can spend the rest of the day reviewing today's game.
Can I leave? We'll chat. I will get to the game today, but we'll be back in tomorrow. But it gives us certainly a little bit more time.
You watch more football tonight?
For sure.
Nick Harris going down, and what did you think of Mateo Maley?
Yeah, that's Mateo has been getting a lot of reps in practice. We really have. We practiced him a lot, so it's good to get him real good reps. And we'll see about Nick and see how it goes.
It looked like a few guys who weren't suited up today: Henry Bainavalu, Trelo, Devin Cole.
Yeah, we had a couple guys missed his first game, suspended, and Trey Lowe was not one of those guys. He's kind of got an infection going on that's set him back a little bit, so he wasn't even at the game today. But yeah.
Henry and Devin were the
Yeah, Henry's he's gonna be out for the 3 games total, and then Devin will be back next week.
Anything else?
You guys good?